Hello there, this is Mike Guest once again with part 2 of our Love Supreme Jazz Festival podcast special. The amazing tour de force that took place here in the south of England back in July 2013. The feedback from the festival visitors was of course extremely enthusiastic regarding pretty much everything, from the luxurious showers and toilets for the campers to the wonderful food stalls with loads of funky international dishes and, of course, the on-site old-fashioned country fairground. Now, this was particularly popular with the younger visitors and also, I think, their visibly relieved parents. It just goes to show how incredibly inclusive the planners were, setting up the various elements that made it such a great success. But, of course, in the end, it has to be the great music and the fine musicians that came together to make it all so special. To be honest, I've never come across so many totally chilled out folk in one outdoor festival. I mean, the vibe was something quite special. The people themselves didn't seem to be your average festival folk, unless, of course, it was just me looking through rose-tinted glasses. But, come to think of it, that couldn't be the case because I don't own tinted glasses. But anyway, I got lots of great feedback from the punters to bear out my own observations, as indeed you will hear in a minute when I hand you over to the folk who I had the pleasure of interviewing on the day. Oh, by the way, you might catch me from time to time claiming that the Love Supreme Jazz Festival was the first open-air jazz festival south of the River Thames ever. And in retrospect, that might not be quite true, so I apologise in advance. Just to put it down to my unbridled enthusiasm for the whole event, and if I'm mistaken, then I bow to your superior knowledge, and of course you can always email us through our website, brightonjazzschool.com, and put me in my place. Anyway, whatever the case, all I can say is repeat what I said last time, and that is that it was an incredible mix of age groups and musical taste, with loads of happy people enjoying a wide variety of great music performed live on 4 separate stages over 3 days on the hottest weekend of the year. And when you have music hot and the weather even hotter, surely this has to be a killer combination in my book. But enough of my waffle, let me hand you over once again to the Vox Pop. Don't worry, it's just a posh Latin word with a dictionary definition that says it's popular opinion as represented by informal comments from members of the public, especially when published or broadcast. So, let's do it then. Let's get broadcasting. Can I have a moment of your time, please? Your name, please.
Of course you can. I'm Dan Heyman.
Dan, are you a musician?
I'm a drummer, so I don't know if that counts.
I think it counts. Are you enjoying the event so far?
It's been great so far, yeah. I didn't manage to get down yesterday, unfortunately, but everything I've seen today has been fantastic. Yeah, really good, really enjoying it.
And of course this is a first, isn't it? A proper festival for jazz south of the Thames, I believe. Am I right?
As far as I know, yeah, I'm not 100%, but that sounds about right. I've heard murmurs of that from elsewhere. Yeah, I think that's the vibe.
What do you think of the lineup? I mean, it's quite Catholic. They've got something for everyone here, haven't they? I mean, have you really noticed some of the people who are playing?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, they've got a few, things like chic and stuff, which may not necessarily fall under that jazz umbrella, but absolutely fantastic. Hopefully I'm going to try and catch them. But I mean, you got to remember, obviously jazz isn't for everyone, so it's got to be a commercial entity. So they're going to get a lot of people in that might suddenly discover this fondness for jazz that they were, previously went undiscovered. I think it's really good that they've got things like that going on, definitely. And it gives a chance for the less discovered guys and some of the local acts which are phenomenal that you may not, I may never have heard of. But because I'm here, I'll end up seeing them. You might discover these things that just absolutely blow your mind. You didn't know they were going on. I think it's really important that they've got these guys in, definitely.
I think a lot of people are actually surprised that Brighton and the environs actually houses so many incredibly talented musicians. They've had the good sense to start one whole arena, the bandstand, just to feature local musicians. Have you checked any of that out yet?
Well, I've just played with the Studio 9 Orchestra, which was really good, really great, which is one of the local things. These things have got to be heard, and not everybody lives in Brighton, so if you're down for the day, you discover stuff, you're going to come back, check it out, maybe get up and have a blow. It's fantastic.
I've just interviewed somebody who's from France. I mean, they're coming from all over. This is obviously going to be a big thing, and they had no idea that in this region we housed and had such incredibly good musicians. So yeah, it's a bit of a surprise for a lot of people, but now they know they're going to come back next year.
Absolutely.
And what about the general layout? There's quite a lot. Everything's kind of overlapping, so you should be able to get a bit of everything. Have you checked out the sound systems? Are they good? Are they not?
From what I can tell, they're really top notch. Yeah, all the stages are mega. I had to walk a very long way with my gear, and I came through the main stage, and it looked fantastic. Proper professional job.
Yeah.
And from what I gather, I've been chatting to a few of the techies, and they're sourcing local guys to do it, which is really nice.
That's important.
Yeah, no, they all seem fantastic. I mean, you can hear everything beautifully. From what I gather, the sound out the front was really nice. Sound on stage was great. The guys, I'm going to embarrass myself now, I can't remember the guy's name, but he did a really great job. Everything sounded fantastic. So yeah, props to them.
And we've got 3 of the hottest days of the year for an open air festival. Couldn't get much better, could it?
Well, our band leader insisted we wore black shirts, so when I've changed, I'll be over the moon about the weather. But until I'm changed, I'll have to disagree with that. It's so hot, it's ridiculous.
Thanks, Dan. Have a great festival. Bye now. Okay, I'll just take a moment of your time. Your name is?
I'm Matt Casterton. I play bass in X-Tech. We opened the festival in the arena stage.
Fantastic, yeah. In fact, I caught that moment, that magic moment. I was particularly impressed with the sound, not just of the band, but the way the sound was handled. Have you got any comments on that?
It was just a lovely experience, start to finish. So there were plenty of people. They really knew what they were doing. They made sure that we were all plugged in, really helpful. They were just utterly professional, really kind, really friendly. We got everything set up, super quick time, checked the monitors, checked everything, just no hassle. It was a genuine team spirit about it.
That's fantastic. They're obviously doing their job right, which lets you do your job properly.
Exactly. I thought it was flawless. It's the best sound engineering team I've worked with, because yeah, they knew what to do. They knew we had to get on and off quickly, but at the same time they knew how to do that properly without anybody feeling hard done to or badly treated. It was fab, great.
Yeah, fantastic. And they've got a lot of bands to get on and off this weekend. We've got 3 pretty packed days, haven't we? Is there any, apart from yourself, is there anyone else that you're particularly looking forward to if you get time off this weekend?
Yeah, absolutely. I've just seen the Studio 9 Orchestra, which is great because I sometimes go and sit in with them. As a bass player, Marcus Miller, I can't wait. That's my big part of my weekend is Marcus.
And of course the band, the orchestra, you say that's all local musicians, yes?
Yeah, the Verdict stage is fabulous. I love the club. It's great to go down there. It's great to play there, and the bandstand is just a proper showcase.
For people who might not know what the Verdict stage is, can you just explain a bit? It's about local musicians, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So it actually looks like a proper seaside bandstand. All local musicians, local bands of all varying sizes. Just doing their bit, just working as hard as they can. So it's just lovely to have people together, loads of friendly faces. It's genuinely one of the most happy events I've been to. It's just a lovely atmosphere. I've got nothing bad to say about it. It's delightful.
Well, what a happy note to finish on. Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of the show. Okay, guys, welcome to the Love Supreme Jazz Festival. Just go around your name.
Paul.
Dawn. Jess.
I'm Jimmy.
Hi, Jimmy. Hi, all. Really nice to talk to you. We're on day 3 now. The 3rd absolutely glorious day. Beautiful weather. Couldn't be better. And Paul, where did you hear about it?
Jazz FM. I listen to it on a daily basis. Yeah. So the first that would have been like Robbie Vincent and Pete Young and those types of people who influenced me through the years, and that's where I first heard about this event. Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from Leicester.
Okay, and you come down from Leicester for the festival?
Yep.
Oh, that's fantastic. Any particular bands today that you've really got the hots for or looking forward to?
Today, Neil Cowley Trio, Andrea.
How do you think that the festival organisers have got the mix? Do you think they've done a good job?
Absolutely spot on, to be honest. You're going to have traditional jazz fans here, but I think, the likes of Portico Quartet, who we saw yesterday, we're just literally talking about it, weren't we? Moving, jazz forward with electronica. People like Go Go Penguin, attracting, quite young jazz fans. I mean, they've got it spot on. You've got all age groups here.
Yes.
Haven't you? It's wonderful to look around and see the mix of people that have come along, and I think they can appreciate every single band that's on in different ways, really.
Listen, I won't keep you, but thank you very much for your time. It's great to talk to you, and have a lovely festival. Thank you very much. Can I take a moment of your time? Your name?
Steve.
Steve. Hi, Steve. Well, what do you think of the festival?
Just caught the end of Studio 9 playing on the bandstand, which was excellent. It was a lovely little bandstand. But I haven't had a good look around yet, but it looks fantastic. Looks really big.
How did you hear about Love Supreme?
Well, just lots of friends, really. I play jazz myself, so I can't remember where I first heard about it. But I think it's just word of mouth through friends, really.
Okay, cool. And you play?
Double bass.
Looking forward to seeing Esperanza.
Yes, very much. Yeah.
Anyone else on your hit list for the weekend?
Well, Marcus Miller, I've seen him before, and that's fantastic. I forgot his name. Is it Glasper, some of the experiments? I checked in a little bit of that on Spotify and really liked it. So I'm looking forward to checking him or them out. And it's a good lineup. It's both days. There's just lots of great stuff. And I quite like the way they've set up the timing so that you can sort of see a bit of two acts if they're on at the same time. You can sort of I think that's quite a good setup. That's the first time I've seen that at festivals.
And also, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is a first, isn't it? A proper outdoor festival, a jazz festival south of the River Thames. Is it a first?
I'm not sure if it's a first at all, but I know it's definitely a first for decades, isn't it? Yeah. And what a fantastic timing for the weather, and it's really amazing. So hopefully, like I say, it looks really popular. It looks as though they've sold loads of tickets, and I should think this is going to go on year after year, I hope. Okay, well, thanks, Steve, very much, and enjoy the rest of the week. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Okay, guys, thanks for a moment of your time. Your name?
Nadia Parry.
Nadia?
Emma.
Emma, pleased to meet you. Are you local?
No, from Bristol.
Oh, fantastic. And when did you hear about the festival?
I was doing a shift a few months ago and we were playing Jazz FM. It was advertised on there, so...
Cool.
So I got tickets nice and early because I got excited about there actually being an outdoor jazz festival that lasted a whole weekend. I've never been to anything like it, so very excited.
Are you camping here?
Glamping. It's much nicer than other festivals I've been to.
Well, I spoke to one lady and she said it's amazing. They've got things for children here. And I said, yes, but they've actually got children here. It's great that they are thinking of everybody, and not just in terms of entertainment.
I think they've tried to get a very eclectic mix. That pleasantly surprised me because I thought they might go very sort of mainstream and what was safe.
Yeah. The band you just listened to behind me there, did you know they were local musicians?
No, I had no idea.
Well, that venue is called the Bandstand, and it's exclusively for Brighton and area musicians performing in various bands and things like that, which I think says an awful lot about local talent.
Definitely, definitely.
But anyway, it's a lovely weekend for it. You're obviously going to have a great time. Thank you very much indeed for letting me talk to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay, do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, your name?
My name's Cardi.
That's the big question out of the way. It's downhill from here on in. Yeah. Who here at the Love Supreme Festival are your hits to listen to over the weekend? Give me an idea.
It's definitely going to be Snarky Puppy because they're like funk with a tiny bit of fusion, but like funk jazz, which is where I've come from really. Michael Kiwanuka, that's the other guy that I quite like a lot. He's not so jazzy, but like so much soul. So mixing the two, that's kind of what music I do. So yeah.
But the festival itself, have I asked you yet how you heard about it? No.
Well, I listened to Jazz FM quite a lot at home, so it was really through Jazz FM I found out about it. Yeah.
And it's a fantastic weekend for it. Are you camping?
I am camping, and it's just the best summer weather I think I've ever been to a festival on. So yeah.
Be right. There you are, happy campers. If you're listening, bring your tent next year, because I'm jolly sure we'll be here next year. It's been a raving success, so everyone's happy. It's great. Thanks very much for your time.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Hi, can I take a moment of your time, please?
Yeah, that's fine.
Your name?
Dave Drake.
Where did you hear about the Love Supreme Festival?
Well, I originally got contacted about it via some guys in the Brighton Jazz scene, specifically Jack Kendon, who linked me up to it. And after that, we arranged a date, and I got my band down, wrote some new music, and going to perform it for you all.
So you're a musician, you're a pianist, of course. Yeah. Looking around at the lineups, it's a jazz festival per se, but looking around the lineups, it's pretty inclusive. It looks like it's attracting a lot of people. Any particular bands you're interested in coming in to look at?
Oh, well, I mean, I really love that there's a wide spectrum here today. But I mean, for me, I'm really looking forward to hearing guys like Terence Blanchard play, man. Whew! And obviously Branford's playing tomorrow as well. So, they've really pulled out the stops this year. And, I hope it continues.
Yeah. So do I. I'm from Brighton Jazz School. And the other thing we do is the podcast. Have you heard of the Brighton Jazz School?
I think it's a really lovely thing to do that, just because it's providing an outlet for a lot of people to really get inspired by the music again, and that's what anybody needs, and it brings a very real element to the fact that they're all just human beings, these people that you're interviewing,
that we think of as gods.
Of course, they have their imperfections just like everyone else does, but that doesn't take anything away from them being these giants,
We've tried to focus particularly on talking to the musicians who make the music.
Exactly, yeah.
Finding out how they make the music, and this is what I think is important.
For sure, I think and more people are getting interested in the kind of behind the scenes element of just understanding a little bit about what the artist is trying to say, because I think jazz today, in a sense, needs a stronger connection with the present tense in a way, although it's not because of a lack of music or a lack of talent or a lack of real inspiration, but people want to connect on a human level.
Yeah, I'm sure you're right, and they can certainly connect here. We've got a wonderful spread of music, a huge number of people milling around here, and 4 amazing arenas and 3 days of wonderful music. Dave, thanks so much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Thanks for a little bit of time. Your name is?
Steve from Guildford.
Steve from Guildford.
And Wenda, also from Guildford.
Great. Well, welcome to the Love Supreme Festival, the first, we hope, of many. Is jazz your music, or?
Yeah, mixture of jazz, funk, blues and soul.
Yeah.
So this has been perfect for me, this festival. It's a large part of my music collection that's been played, so it's been ideal.
You heard that, Jazz FM. You must be doing it right. Are you camping here?
We are camping, yeah.
So who have you seen up to date that's lit your fire?
We've just seen Lucinda Bell, and she was absolutely amazing. Really liked her.
Yesterday?
And yesterday, Naturally 7 we liked, didn't we? We thought they were amazing. And there's a traditional jazz band right at the end of the evening. And they were really funny, really good-humoured and great fun. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, such diverse styles of music, you can't go wrong.
Something for everybody.
Something for everyone.
And who are you looking forward to seeing now before the end of the show?
Gregory Porter, Brand New Heavies, and Jules Holland, obviously, he'll be quite good when he... Yeah, Gregory Porter mainly, and Brand New Heavies for me.
And how did you hear about the show in the first place?
Through Jazz FM.
You're a regular listener?
Regular listener, yeah.
So guys, thank you very much for your time. Enjoy the rest of the show, and catch you next year.
Thank you very much, we will.
Thanks.
Excuse me, can I take a minute of your time, please? Your name?
My name's Terry Pack. Hello.
Hello there. I'm from Brighton Jazz School. We're just putting some stuff together, people's reactions to the concert for the Brighton Jazz School podcast. Perhaps you could just tell me, are you a musician?
Yes, I'm a bass player.
Ah, you are. And are you a Brighton man?
Yes, I am.
So you'll know all about the bandstand behind us there, which is just showcasing all the amazing talent we have here in Brighton.
I've just been on it playing.
Well, what can I say? I think Jazz FM are obviously inspired. They got it right when they asked Brighton to send in their musicians, send in the troops.
Send in the clowns. Don't worry.
Oh, dear. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think this is a first, isn't it? An outdoor festival south of the Thames?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
For jazz?
Yeah. It feels a bit like Bracknell did in the old days.
Well, that's a nice thing to say. And what do you think of the spread of musicians?
It's great. And I like the fact there's a carousel and there's... Yeah, it's good. Feels really nice. And the weather's amazing.
Oh, we couldn't possibly get better weather. OK then, thank you very much for talking to us, Terry, and good luck with the rest of the show. Hello, my name is Mike, your name is?
Muriel. Yes, I'm French. I live in Brighton.
Fantastic. And so what do you think of the layout here?
It's enormous, and I'm a bit surprised here, perhaps because I'm French, and the first time I see so many fairs. I'm not used to that kind of thing. Usually when I go to Paris and festival, it's just music and stands, and I get now used to the idea of people having children needing also entertainment for their children.
Absolutely. I mean, at festivals, the children can have a rough deal. Yeah, I think, I've never seen it before. I think that's an inspired idea. I think they've really thought it through. They've got a good balance. Even in the music, there's music for people who are not real jazzers.
Yes, a lot of funky stuff, which is not really my thing, but I can appreciate that there are very young people here who are, into this type of music.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for spending a bit of time with us. Okay, guys, can I take a moment of your time, please? Yeah, okay, your name?
Phil.
Hi, Phil.
Phil and Denise Glenn.
Hello, both of you. Welcome to the Love Supreme Jazz Festival. Is this your first day or are you camping?
No,
we are camping. We've been here
camping.
Since Friday. We've been here since Friday, yeah.
We've had a shower every day.
Would you say that Jazz FM have got the mix right, about right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do, yeah. I think they've got massively.
We've been to a lot of festivals, and this is the only festival I've ever been to that I like all the music.
Really? You heard that, Jazz FM? You heard it here first?
Honestly, it was the most amazing. We've got 70-year-olds behind us, and we've got babies in front of us. It's lovely. Really lovely.
To old people that look like they've been carried out on a stretcher.
I might be later on.
I think it's such a cool thing. I'd love my mum and dad to bring me to a festival. How cool is that?
So who are you looking forward to tonight? Anyone?
Well, there's a load of stuff.
Melanie Gardot,
Brandon Heavies,
Jules Holland,
Gregory Porter.
Gregory Porter. We were listening to Jazz FM this morning, and Robbie Vincent's on his way.
Yeah. Is he really?
Yeah.
So you're a Jazz FM listener?
Yeah.
You heard that too, Jazz FM. Have you got a message for Jazz FM that we can play to them?
Same again next year.
Do you know what shocked me? Meeting Jeff Young and finding out he's got white hair now when he used to have dark hair. That shocked me a little bit. Can I tell you a nice story? What happened last night? I met these young lads, they were 20. He lost his wallet the night before, £35 in it, and all his credit cards. And that's gone. He went to find out about it. Somebody handed it in with £35 in it and all the cards in it. You never get that normally at a festival. I just think that's brilliant. I just thought it was so nice.
That sums it up, really, doesn't it?
Right, well that's it. We've come to the end of our little Love Supreme special. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope it's given you some idea of just how wonderful the weekend actually was. For my part, I can't wait for July to come round again so we can do it all over again. Now, I'm no spring chicken. I've been to plenty of festivals in my time, but nothing quite like this. And if you feel like joining me there between the 4th and the 6th of July, then you'd be well advised to pop over to the website now and book your tickets as soon as possible. So check the website out. It's www.lovesupremefestival.com. They're on Facebook at Love Supreme Festival, or on Twitter, of course, at Love Supreme Fest. Well, I'll be on the Brighton Jazz School information stand, so please come over and say hi and let us know how you're enjoying all the other podcasts that we've recorded to date. By the way, the next episode will be a double-header interview with the all-time giant of the upright acoustic bass, Ron Carter. Now, surely it doesn't get any better than that. Anyway, take care, keep listening and enjoy the show. And with any luck, you won't have to listen to my voice droning on again for a while, because Wayne McConnell will be back home from his adventures in Thailand and firmly back in the driving seat. So, for now, this is your stand-in host, Mike Guest, wishing you all the very best, and I look forward to meeting you in person perhaps in July at this year's Love Supreme Jazz Festival.